Hey guys, it's EvanMary2 and welcome back to another Sims 4 building video. We're back in Willow Creek. I am kind of sort of informally redoing a whole save game, kind of, because, I don't know, I feel like there's just so many lots that I've never renovated and I feel like I want to. I'm not renovating all of them, however, because I want to build as well as renovate. So you know, we're just gonna roll with the flow. Like I said, very informal, not necessarily committing to anything. I'm just having a good time here. This house, because we are in Willow Creek, I wanted to base it off of houses in New Orleans that aren't just shotgun style. There is a lot of shotgun style in New Orleans. And I am not by any means an expert in any of this stuff, so take all of my opinions with a grain of salt. So, one thing, when I think of New Orleans architecture, my mind immediately jumps to Princess and the Frog from Disney, because that's my my main source of knowledge. And I wanted to make one of the bright, bold, colorful houses from New Orleans. So this is what we're doing. I went bright orange. I did look up some pictures on the internet and did not pull this out of my head because I don't trust myself to do that and to represent correctly. But yeah, I wanted to do something totally different, totally off of what I normally do. And I definitely think this qualifies. So if you are bored of building in The Sims, 100% look up a picture, build something out of your comfort zone, because this was so fun. It did take me a long time though, so unfortunately I think this is going to be a two-part video because I think both parts are going to be close to half-hour long, and I don't think I need an hour-long video. So, yeah, sorry. There's a lot of packs that I actually didn't expect to work for this. Like, I think I used the Strangerville columns and the For Rent windows. Was it For Rent or was it? It was either For Rent or Businesses and Hobbies. I think it was For Rent though. I just loved using the bright, bold colors that I wouldn't normally use on the exterior of a house. And I like colors, so using colors isn't super far out of my comfort zone. Just the way I'm not super creative myself with using colors because I don't want things to clash. So yeah. So in this part we'll build everything and do the ground floor, and then when we come back next time we'll do the upstairs and the landscaping. And it'll be great. Not next week. The 12th. Whenever the 12th is, 3 days from now. Thursday? The new pack comes out. I am planning on buying it. But I think next week I'll post the part 2 to this, and then that'll give me time to record some royalty and legacy or whatever it's called content for you guys. I am thinking about doing another just create a sim review and maybe a build and buy video review. Do you guys want to see that stuff, or would you rather just see me play the game? And how would you like to see me play the game? Just a reminder, this is a Christian channel run by a Christian, which means our drama is gonna be kept to a minimum. If that bothers you, I'm sorry that you don't appreciate that. But that's how it is around here, so sorry. Anyway, back to the build. We did a cute little front lawn. I put like a barbecue out here, and it's all, I don't know, it's so cozy. It's so cozy. Oh, one thing I did do that I like doing when I'm building is I actually came up with Sims for this house while I was making it, and I actually created them in the game. So that video will also come soon. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm out of things to say. Let me tell you about the family I made this house for. So this is a 3-bedroom 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. And there's a little guest house. There's going to be a guest house out the back because for the storyline. So there's 3 kids who live in this house with their grandfather, and their grandfather is a little bit strict. He likes things to be neat and clean and orderly and presentable and all of that jazz. And obviously when you live with 3 children who are probably his I think I made his grandchildren. You know, kids are not clean or orderly. Naturally, anyhow, they're not. So I think it's a fun juxtaposition. So there are areas of this house that are for the kids that are a little bit more cluttered, and there are areas such as the living room that are more of a showcase. So if he would have guests over, they would have a clean area to be a part of. I did kind of go for an older style. I was kind of looking at pictures of interiors. Again, it's Google. I didn't do a whole ton of research, so hopefully they were actually New Orleans architecture styled interiors. But I definitely went more traditional, older wood floors, patterned walls. And on top of that, he's a grandfather. So he's going to decorate like a grandfather. And you know, that's okay. That is a-okay. Grandfathers are great too. We love them. So down here, it's a very small sitting area, to be honest with you. I didn't really have room for a whole couch set up. It's more of a communal family space. There's no TV. There's just chairs and a fireplace, bookshelf, and a chess table. So like, yeah. I also tried to be a little bit more detailed than I usually am in my builds with like light switches and stuff. I wanted to, you know, put the time and energy into it to make it look decent, make it look good. I think I've said this in one of my latest videos, but I was watching a couple weeks ago now, Deligracy build a like quote unquote realistic house, and there was something like a closet in there, and I was like, yeah, why don't we ever do like closets? So this house also has a closet because I wanted a more narrow hallway, and then this room was too small to be anything else. So it's a giant closet. And it's just kind of fun. Again, it's a little bit more cluttered. That's kind of where all the junk gets thrown. I don't know, it's fun. I made a little custom plant here, I think with this jar, question mark? Maybe? I believe I did. I could be wrong, but I believe I did. Yeah. Also, the kids are homeschooled by a nanny who will live in the guest house, and you can tell they're homeschooled. I made a little homeschool space in the kitchen. We'll get there. And I love it. It's my favorite part of the whole build, and I think because it's nostalgic, I myself was homeschooled, and it's exactly the space, the clutter of an area that kids would work in every single day. It's amazing. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside, and you'll see. Homeschoolers, where my homeschoolers at, rise up and and appreciate the homeschool space, okay? So I think that is the living room all done. I wanted some parts of this house to be really, really old and some parts of this house to be more well kept. The kitchen is one of the more older spaces, definitely not kept up as well. I think because the grandfather to me feels like a man who's very like, I take care of my space, you know, you take care of your space, and your space is not my problem. And I feel like the kitchen and homeschool area, he would kind of just wash his hands of, like he wouldn't want any of that. So the kitchen tends to be a little bit more run down. And I think it actually changes a lot from this. Yeah. So yeah. So there's like this little screened in bit, and it's so pretty. It's so pretty. So there's windows to like the quote unquote screened in porch. It's not actually a screened in porch. It's just an extra room with like windows. It's just like a, what do they call that? I don't know. Pardon me. I don't know what they call it, but it's what it is. I also did not limit myself in packs, I don't think. So apologize if there's a lot of packs to this build. I did not actually check that. But yeah. I don't know. I really like this space. I would totally live here. I think it's awesome. Now I think traditionally these houses would be pretty close together with other houses. But just because of the nature of The Sims, I didn't have the time nor felt the need to build more than one of these. So so, you know, suspend your belief a little bit to the fact that there's only one of these. Also, these roofs are really annoying. I don't know if you've built with one of these roofs lately, but it is really annoying. But I wanted this little outdoor room here to be like fully immersed in glass, so that when you're out there you're just like totally, you are immersed in the outdoorness without actually being outdoors. It's kind of the idea. And there's gonna be a little seating arrangement out here for Grandpa. Of course, then I had to change some things around on the top level for everything to line up and have nothing poking through the, yeah, that. Whoa, camera. How is everybody? I think I might be, I know I just kind of sort of did a little channel remodel, but I kind of want to do another one. I'm helping my brother model a channel of his own, and it's making me want to have a solid little character. I want to have a little character. And my channel, in case you don't know, is based off of an old TV show. My channel name, Seven Married 2. It's based off of an old TV show from the 1970s called Chips. It is one of my favorites. And I want to make a little mascot. And I've already designed him, and I think he is super, super cute. He is designed off of one of my favorite characters. And I think he might be our new little channel mascot. Not that I don't like the Plum Bob mascot, but I don't know. It feels weird to be named after an old show and not have anything else to do with that show. So as much as I love our boy Ollie, he might need to take a back seat. Yeah. So yeah. Adding a little chimney. You'll love to see a chimney. I feel like I never do roof details. I feel like I did a lot of things with this house that I don't normally do with builds. And that's kind of what I like about it. I love doing something new. Of course, if you do something new all the time, then it's not new. It's just the same new. And I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, tell me how you guys are. Let me know how things are going for you in the comments, because I feel very disconnected. And I think one thing that I want to have is a better like YouTube community, because I don't know. I don't just want to be a voice or a face that uploads. I want you guys to know that you matter too. Like, YouTubers are only as good as their viewers, you know? So, I don't know. Let's just be. I don't know what I'm saying. Backstory, Grandpa played, I don't know if he still plays, he played the saxophone. He was a bit of a jazz man. Pretty good at it, some would say. So, and oh, we're at the homeschooled corner. I'm so excited. This went through a lot of changes because I couldn't figure out what I liked. I also unintentionally matched all the metal on the chairs to the metal on the tables, and it's so satisfying, dude. It is so satisfying. I think I came up here to move stuff around because I felt like I was jumping the gun a little bit, which I definitely was. I'm the kind of artist who focuses on all of the details before I've even sketched out the entire drawing. Terrible, terrible habit of mine. But, yeah. I had a weird corner happening here. And did I sort it out? I think I sorted it out. This is all gonna change. So don't even worry about it. I just want to leave in the process because the first ideas are not always the best ideas, you know? Sometimes third and fourth ideas are the best ideas. Or they're better ideas, and that's okay. You can rethink. You can think again. So I kind of wanted these in the middle, but I don't know about you, but my desk in my home did not face my mother's desk. I mean, our homeschool space changed a lot over the years. So, like, when we started, we all sat at one table, and then we all kind of split up and had separate desks. So, yeah. But there's clutter, there's papers on the floor, things strewn everywhere. And in my mind, one of these kids is very architectural, very logical, structural. One kid is very artistic, and then one kid is a bit more social. I don't know why I said it like that. She's just living life. I mean, she's also two boys and a girl, if I didn't mention that before. The boys are the architects and the artists, and then the girl, I gave her a lot of books. I imagined she would like to read, she would like stories, she'd be very imaginative, also very social. She likes to play games with other kids and have friends and things. And there's just stuff on their desks and on their floor, and there's stuff on the walls, probably things that they've made for art projects and class projects. And snowflakes! Dude, I went through a huge phase as a kid where I made so many paper snowflakes just all the time. And we had paper snowflakes hung up all over our schoolroom. It took me back, man. It took me back. And then I have these little magnets. Maybe they're from field trips, or maybe the kids made them. Got some painted plates that the kids probably made. Maybe there's Thomas Jefferson on the plate. I don't know. It opens up such a wide variety of options for storylines. It's so fun. And then there's handmade stuff that the kids probably made for all different, guys, little beads that the kids probably made. Oh, it's so good. It makes my heart so happy. I don't know, man. Homeschoolers get dissed a lot, but I can definitely say that I would not trade it for the entire world. I loved being schooled. I don't know. It was so fun. It was awesome. And it doesn't take away from your learning, for sure. I didn't learn any less than people who go to public school. In fact, I think most homeschoolers would argue that they learned more. I don't know. But let's not diss the homeschoolers. Everyone learns in their own way. And that's not a bad thing. That is not a bad thing. Ugh, makes my heart happy. Now we're in the dining room. We're in the dining room. The dining room has a double door. I think I do just make it an archway because it is a little squishy with the door. So I think I just opened it up to an archway, like they took the doors off the hinges once they had 3 kids running around the house. See how I can't center the table because of the door? Yeah. Yeah, that's better. I think I put some curtains there, though, as like a visual door. So, yeah. Some fun things on the walls. Some art. I got to use a lot of like the more traditional decorations, like the plates and the corner hutch and I don't know, things that we don't normally use in more modern homes, but There it is, the saxophone. The saxophone. It's Grandpa's saxophone, dude. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. It was just fun. Just fun hopping into the mind of an elderly person and being like, oh, I would love this if I was 75. Oh, what a good time. I feel like my voice is a lot more subdued today, and I don't really know why. Let me know, guys, if you like when I'm loud and obnoxious or if you like when I'm subdued, because I am both. More often than not, I am subdued as opposed to being loud and obnoxious. Welcome to me. Hello. Red curtains. You love to see the red curtains. I love these windows. I know they're like shop windows, but they're so big and I don't know. I feel like we don't have a whole ton of like really good big windows. And I have just recently learned that a lot of people do smaller paned windows like that, like multi-pane windows, as opposed to like the big one pane glass windows because of how expensive it is. It's far more realistic and affordable to get like 9 little window panes than one giant picture window pane, which makes sense. I mean, I would assume as much if I hadn't have learned that. But I do love me a picture window, I will say. It's just, I don't know, it's so nice. So nice. We have umbrellas. We have fire stuff. My camera's bouncing all over the place. Also, let me know if you guys like a faster, shorter video, or would you like a slower, longer video? Because I know some people like the bouncing around of the camera, it can get kind of sickening. So let me know what you prefer. If you're still here watching this, of course. If you're still here. Because, I don't know, I think I'd rather have a fast video. Most of the time, when I'm watching YouTube, I'm also doing something else. So I am more often listening to YouTube videos than I am watching them, so of course here I am saying absolutely nothing interesting. So, my apologies, folks. My apologies for being obnoxious and going on about nothing. Did I put I think I did the little guest house in the next video, so you'll have to come back next week for that. And yeah, just gonna add some finishing touches. Ooh, this video I made before the stair update, but we got a super awesome stair update and it's awesome. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. See, guys, all good things come to those who wait. Not all good things. Is it just good things? Good things come to those that wait. Patience is a virtue for a reason. Woo. I also forgot that I didn't have a bathroom down here. So I put a door, put a little baño in here. And usually when I have more than one bathroom in a house, I just copy all this stuff over to the other bathrooms because I can't be bothered to furnish 5 bathrooms. Like, it's no. It's a bathroom. Like, literally, it doesn't matter. It's, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not a bathroom furnisher. It's not a good time. To be honest, most of the time I prefer building in this game as opposed to furnishing. So, if you guys ever want to see just like some shells that you can download and furnish yourself, that would be fun. And then we could like go through them, look at them. I think that would be fun. That's a good idea. Yeah. I've got nothing else to say. So if you are watching, or if you're listening while you're doing something else, I apologize. But now you know that about me. And finally, the closet. The closet. I put up some shelves and some bins. Called it a day. I think those doors would be really annoying in the hallway. But it's fine. It's fine. I also couldn't see, so I had to remove the wall. Because it was a very difficult angle to build at. And then I put the wall back, and it was fine. But I'm gonna sign off here. Let me know. I asked for a lot of feedback in this video, so let me know all of those things. And I will see you in the next part when we finish the build. 7Mary 2, over and out.